Okay, so we're looking at how to use colored pencils today. We are trying to create a smooth finish with the pencil and do shading from dark to light. In order to create that smooth finish, you color in small circles. Overlap those small circles. If you want a darker or brighter finish, obviously you push harder on the pencil. Okay, if you use this motion of small circles, it helps create that smooth finish. We want to do this as opposed to this, especially this. When you're drawing back and forth in straight lines, it can sometimes look scratchy, especially if you're changing the direction of your line. So this is a lot smoother finish as opposed to this. So when we look at our actual color wheel, the goal here is to do it dark to light. I have labeled this with the colors that should be here. If you have a 24 pack of colored pencils, all of these colors are in here. I'm not sure about the 18 pack, but I know they're in the 24. If you have an 18 pack, then just blend some colors together or use what you have. It's not a big deal. The goal here is we are going to use those small circles, press really hard so we can create this dark, bright color here. And as we move towards the center of our circle, we're gonna lighten it up. So the end product will look like this. So the goal of the color wheel is dark on the outside, moving to lighter pressure towards the inside. If you look at the bottom, there's a gradient. The colors kind of blend back and forth into one another. In order to do that, we're gonna pick the colors that are adjacent or next to each other on the color wheel. So for example, if I'm picking this green, I'm gonna pick a light green and then a yellow. I'm gonna pick the colors that are next to each other. I can't really blend this tealy color with an orange. That won't work very well. So if I go down here to my gradient, I'm gonna press really hard with the pencil. Oh, sorry, you can't see. And then I'm gonna lighten up. I'm gonna take the color that I'm trying to blend it into. That's next on the color wheel. I'm gonna press really hard. And then I'm gonna lighten up. And I might go back and forth with these two colors. Until they look like they are well blended. Now, these are basic Crayola colored pencils. You're using a basic colored pencil. I like the Crayola as opposed to the Rose Art. They're kind of waxy and I don't think they work as well. If you're looking for a higher artist grade colored pencil, I recommend the Prismacolors. I can do a separate video tutorial on how to use those. But some of those fancy examples in the slide from artists off Instagram, they're using those high grade artist colored pencils. So I'm creating the gradient. I'm using colors that are adjacent on the color wheel, pressing really hard, lightening up, and then I'm just going back and forth with the color until they look like they're blended. Okay, these bottom three boxes, I'm not grading those. Those are basically for you just to play around with if you finish your work early. So again, dark to light, trying to use the correct colors that are labeled here on the color wheel, and then creating a gradient at the bottom. If you mess this up, it's not a big deal. It's just, we're just trying to practice blending colors back and forth into one another. And that's the colored pencil practice for the color wheel.